what's happening? My name is Chad Nicely. I want to welcome you to another episode of Entrepreneur Live. Now, I get a lot of emails from people and I get messages on Skype and Facebook. And this is a question that's most commonly asked for me. They say, Chad, what can I do to start making money using the internet right now? I don't have time to go and create my own product. I can't go and launch my own product. Yeah, I know you're going to tell me to build a list, but is there something that I can do that's really fast and doesn't have a lot of overhead? I don't have to pay a lot of monthly fees. And the answer is yes. This is something I don't talk about a lot because the reason why is because there's always been a technical headache that goes with this strategy. This strategy is creating membership sites. Now, I want you to think in diverse terms, okay? Think outside of this business. I'm not talking about email marketing. I'm not talking about blogging. I'm not talking about anything like that. Maybe something as simple as teaching somebody to dance or teaching somebody to use Photoshop, teaching somebody to prepare their taxes. People are always searching for information, and when they are, you can simply provide the information. You can bundle it up in a membership site, and you can go and charge a monthly access to that membership site. As I just said a minute ago, one of the headaches is usually all the technical mumbo jumbo that you have to go through just to get your membership site set up. So on today's show, we're doing something extra special. I've actually got two guests. My first guest, his name is Steve Ben. He is the creator of the amazing new membership platform that we're about to demonstrate to you. And then his partner in crime, he's a very good friend of mine. His name is Simon Warner. So you know that we're going to over deliver on this. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm also going to talk these guys into giving you a couple copies of this member software. All right. So once again, let's introduce my guests, Steve Ben and Simon Warner. Cool. So we have Simon Warner and Steve Ben. How are you guys?
Hey, Chad. I'm good, thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming on the show. Now, Simon, you are in, where are you at?
Lanzarote now.
Okay, but you're heading to the States, right? Isn't that what you told me last?
Always heading over. Always nice to get over there and see some other people and see some friends from our circle as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know when you're here, man. I'd love to hook up. Wherever you're at, I'll fly out there and go see you. Cool.
I'm sure I'll see you in San Diego, definitely.
Yeah, that's coming up. That's right around the corner, right?
Yeah, Steve's coming as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to be there from traffic and conversions onwards.
Awesome. Cool. So you'll be here for quite a while then.
Yeah, I think I'm there for like 2 months or something.
Awesome. And you're located where, Steve?
I'm located just north of Leeds, which is a city in northern England.
Okay. Awesome. So I am right here in Casper, Wyoming. And if you didn't know it, that's actually a state.
If you've ever been to Hawaii, Leeds is kind of like the exact opposite, really.
How's that?
That's very, very accurate and true.
What do you mean by that, Simon?
It's not sunny. It's not exotic. And it rains all the time.
Yeah, that's basically all you need to know.
Yeah, so for everybody that may not be familiar with my guest, I don't know how that's possible. Looking at Simon's shirt, I would call you like a diehard Mickey freak, right? Would that be a fair statement?
That's very true.
Yeah, and you actually just got married at Disneyland, right?
Yes, actually at Disney World, and that was last October.
Yeah, well,
And it was a fantastic wedding.
yeah, congratulations for that. And I saw the pictures; they were beautiful.
Thanks very much, dude. Thanks very much. It was a lot of fun, and then we saw you, 6 weeks after? 6 weeks after in Ventura.
Yeah.
Liked.
That was awesome. I'm still recovering from the jet lag, right?
Yeah, you've not been well since, actually. I hope it wasn't my fault.
No. No, I'm going to blame it on Mickey. I had the chance to be out there at Disneyland for Christmas time. And I brought my two beautiful little girls with me. The minute we got there, they had 102-degree fevers.
Oh.
I was literally putting them on rides, taking them off, sticking a thermometer in their mouth, right? So then we go to Universal Studios, and while we're waiting in line at the Simpsons ride, my daughter's shoes are untied. She trips on her own shoelace, falls and breaks her nose right there at Universal Studios. But check this out. So when you go to these amusement parks, did you know you can pay like $169 and get front of line passes?
Yeah.
I kind of heard something about that.
Well, so you don't wait in line. You just cut in front of everybody. You go on. They're about $169 a piece. If you break your nose, everybody that's in there, when you break your nose, gets a free front of line pass.
Wow.
I'm going, you know what? Next time I'm here, you take 169 times 5 people. That's a lot of money. I'm just going to fall and break my nose. Right? Yeah, it was definitely worth it. She got a popsicle and everything else. But yeah, that trip just went downhill from there. It was horrible. And my girls made me sick. I've been sick ever since. I haven't been able to shake it. But I just went to the doctor the other day. I just now got on some medication this morning. So hopefully this is the end of it. I finally gave up. So yeah, I blame it on Mickey, Simon.
We have a name for that. We call it Steve Ben look.
Oh, thank you. But it's true. It's so true.
Tell Chad and all the listeners what happened to you after the JV Zoo event. It was absolutely hilarious. Well, it wasn't if you were Steve.
No, this wasn't. I thought I was flying back with Virgin. I was actually flying with Delta, and the plane was delayed by like 7 hours, and you could see them actually taking the engine off, the left engine, right outside the terminal. I was getting seriously worried. But then they were like, no, guys, it's fine. We've got a replacement plane coming. And so they bring everybody up, and as I'm queuing, they go, "Can Mr. Stephen Ben please come to the counter, please?" And I walk up to the counter, and the woman's kind of checking through everything, and she's like, "Really, really sorry, but we're going to have to divert you via Amsterdam to get back to the UK.
Oh no!
KLM have just actually refused our transfer booking for you, so you can't get on this plane. But unfortunately, your bags are already on the jet."
Oh no!
So basically, I had to stay over until the next day, and they told me my bags had actually flown, but Virgin staff had actually gone and grabbed my bag as it was being loaded on, and had actually saved it. I went in the next morning. Delta was saying, "Yeah, it's already on, over the Atlantic," and Virgin said, "Hey, here it is," and just wheeled it out at Orlando International. So it all turned all right in the end, but it was really, really not good at the time.
Yeah, I'll bet. I got some horror stories. Matter of fact, Simon, I still got a bag in Madrid, Spain somewhere. I still haven't got my bag.
You've still not got your bag?
Nope. I'll tell you. Let me tell you another story too. So I left Fuerteventura and I went to Spain. And I got there. I didn't have the whole Euro thing down pat anyways. I still had more American US dollars than I knew what to do with, right? So I'm on my phone and I'm trying to find, I'm laid over for 18 hours. So I'm like, screw this. I am not hanging out at an airport for 18 hours. So I'm gonna go get a room, right? So I get on my phone, I find the closest hotel to the airport, and I go out there and I flag one of those taxis or whatever. And it says it's just a couple minutes away, right? Like 30 minutes. I don't know if he took the scenic route of Madrid or whatever. I finally get to the damn hotel. I don't have enough in euro to pay him. He's just like, get out of my damn cab, right? Just like, it was a horrible experience. And then to make it worse, what's that?
You just don't get dollars here. Before I went over Orlando, I thought, well, I've got my credit card, I've got my debit card, I'll get some dollars. And I went to every single bank in Coraleco. No, we just don't carry them because, they obviously, I mean, you've seen how hard it is to get there from Americans. They just don't have Americans coming in.
Yeah, well, I found that out too, right? I was kind of like a circus freak out there.
Whoa, one of those.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what was weird for me, Simon? And this is going to sound really weird, right? Like, I'm from Pismo Beach, California. You can't get any more beach than that, right? Like, I used to wake up and look at the sun and the waves, and we used to go out there and catch 7-gill shark on the pier. I mean, this was my life. So when I'm over there in Fuerteventura, I'm flirting with the pretty girl at the hotel desk or whatever, and there's surfers out there on the water, big, beautiful water, right? Bright, yeah. Like dark blue. So I'm asking her about the surfers, and I'm asking about dolphins and whales, and she's telling me about all this. I'm like, well, do the surfers ever like get eaten up by sharks? And she looks at me like all crazy, right? And then the other girl standing next to her looks at me like, what are you talking about, a shark? And I found out that a shark is like a myth over there. I'm like, you guys don't have sharks? they're like, no, are sharks real? I'm like, of course sharks are real, right? Like I've seen people attacked by sharks.
You got like barracudas that are about that big, like about 2 feet long. You know, with the little fin, they look like a shark, but that's about it.
Why don't you guys have sharks?
I don't know.
Is it too cold or what?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, it completely threw me off. I thought she was pulling my leg. I'm like, what do you mean? Of course a shark's real, right? She told me it was a myth. Yeah, but anyways, it was a good time. I learned a lot. It was an awesome time. If you guys ever get a chance to go to Simon's events, I think you're going to have one at Disneyland or Disney World, right?
Possibly in October, we're looking at it. We've got the one in Liverpool in June. If you fancy a little trip, it's a bit easier to get to than Fuerteventura. But we've got one, we're looking at October in Orlando, but we're still working on that one at the moment. Get the launch out the way, get towards, like going to the JV Zoo event, and then we'll look at October's event. You can only do only one of me.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I know the feeling all too well. Right, Steve?
Yeah, I've asked Michelle to organise another event, and while she's still organising this one, then my life will not be worth living.
Yeah. Well, that's your secret weapon, man. It's that little lady. It's not you.
And she's not very well at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll tell you though, she's.
I this thing that's could have transferred over this call, is there? I'm getting a little worried now. Surrounded by illness.
I got to know her pretty awesome and definitely did an amazing job on that event. Very well organized. And I'm telling you, man, with a woman like that, you could conquer the world.
I'm waving at it one event at a time.
Yeah.
It is nice to get to the event though, because you actually get to see people are real and the real people, and they always come out of there. You always come out there with some great thing, learn some great stuff over dinner, and at the bar, there's always a good deal to be had. And if you get to know a couple more people you work with, you expand your circle, you get your intros, and it's great. It really has changed the course of my business.
Yeah, and it will too. I mean, I have never really got to connect with. I've never got to connect with the UK guys until I actually hopped on a plane and went to one of your events. So that was just people that I couldn't talk to except on Skype or, because you guys don't hang out in San Diego or Vegas too often.
Not as often as we'd like.
Yeah. So, I mean, definitely anybody watching this, if you have the chance to attend any event in this business or any business for that sense, definitely get out there and network with people. And I would completely agree with what you said. I mean, that's when the doors really started opening for me too, is when I realized you can't do this by yourself. Doesn't matter how good you are, how good your products are, how good of a salesperson you are, you have to have support in this business. Period.
Yeah, definitely. That's how I know Steve. We met at Paul Clifford's event, first UK event in our space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it well. It was in the pub, wasn't it? That's where all business was always done.
The pub after the event.
Shocker.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He's one smart cookie.
Very much so.
Yeah, I've been following the stuff you've been doing for quite a while, and yeah, you come out with some amazing stuff, man. It's awesome. So, speaking of that, we have a project called memberdeliver, right? Mm-hmm. So, what can you tell me about this, guys?
Okay, well, memberdeliver is a cloud membership platform. It's one that I had developed 4 years ago. Simon's known about it for a few years. Basically, he prodded me into, you've got to launch this, because he was so sick of things like WordPress and configuring all the plugins and setting everything up. And then he tried, I think it was you had a script or something you installed, and that didn't really work out. Well, you need like a degree to set the thing up and everything. And, I said, well, look, maybe you want to try my system, memberdeliver. And it kind of went from there, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing is, there's other, the things that were similar, are very, very expensive per month. If you don't want to be spending $197 a month when you've got a friend who's got a really good system that you might be able to get used. Because at the end of the day, that's $2,500 a year. That's quite a lot of Disney you can buy for that. You know, you can get a lot of this little fella for that kind of money.
Disney dollars.
You can basically get the whole holiday to Florida for less than that, can't you?
Yeah.
Definitely. For $2,500, it's a lot of money. You know, every day, you know, $1 saved is $1 spent.
Now, sure, that holiday you might not be able to bring all of your kids, okay, but it's still a holiday. So, you know, you can take the others next year. There's still a big saving.
Well, in addition to the savings, though, like, and I don't want to really bag on WordPress. It's still, you know, plugins are still very popular today and everything, but there's times I get frustrated. I get frustrated with the upgrades that are required. I get frustrated when WordPress doesn't update, but yet the plugin developer hasn't made changes to the tool. I get frustrated when I don't know there's an update and all of a sudden I have a vulnerability in my site, or for instance, a membership site just stops working. I'm not going to name any names, but yeah, it gets to be kind of frustrating. And that's where, and I'm sure you guys are seeing this too, the trend is starting to go to web-based software, browser-based, and like you're about to show us here, cloud-based.
Yeah, very much so. In fact, that's kind of why I had this system developed, was because I did this WSO, and, you know, it was probably sort of like, 5 years ago. We did like 600 sales. It was about writing email copy, and we lost all of the membership data, all of the sales data, because it crashed. Every single person had to go through support. That was not fun. Okay, we got it sorted out, but that was really not a great experience. And after that, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pay people to develop this.
Yeah.
How I want it. So it's really quick to set up, really easy, and it just works.
I can even do better than that. I had a partner. We launched years ago. We launched a video marketing software. Did very well, like 3,500 sales in like the first 2 hours.
Wow!
All of a sudden, our affiliates are sending us messages saying, "You guys need to go look at your funnel. Go pull up your sales page." Our sales page had that anonymous logo on it with a message down there. I said, wow, we got a serious problem. Now, I didn't even know what this anonymous thing was or anything at the time. I know now who they are. Okay, cool. They're fine with me. So I said, okay, what do we got to do to get this back up, man? We had all the affiliates on board. They were all promoting this. And so we went and hired these guys, and they went and they got a new server and everything. They got it back up. About 45 minutes later, we were down that long. We were back up. So, okay, cool. Sales start rolling in. 2 minutes later, boom, they took us down again. This time, we went and got a new domain, new server on C-Class hosting or something like that. And I had two of the best technical guys that I know doing this. And I said, are you sure we're absolutely positively secure? Because the affiliates are pissed off at this point. And they said, yeah, there's nobody that can break through what we just did. Okay, turn it on. Sales start rolling in. Boom. 2 minutes later, down. I said, wow, this is getting to be BS. Nobody could stop this guy. We don't know what his problem was, what his agenda was. I don't know if he was just using it for an example or what he was doing. I actually went and wrote a letter inside the members area. A lot of our members saw this. To the hacker. You have my attention. What do you want? You want money? You want fame? You want notoriety? What do you want? He actually wrote me back. When it was all said and done, we had this dialogue going back and forth in the members area. A lot of my people that are watching this video right now know exactly what I'm talking about. When it was all said and done, he apologized, said, I'm sorry for attacking your site, and I'd like to fix it for you. I want to show you where the vulnerability is and how I came in. He showed me all the software he used and everything else. He became like my best friend for the day. I was willing to tell him whatever I could to get him off our launch, right? Come to find out, he came in through that membership site, and it was WordPress. And from there on, we never had a front-end sales funnel. That was WordPress. From there on, we did everything with HTML. Now, the membership site itself was still WordPress, but as far as the front end, never again. It's always been HTML.
Wow. That's a scary story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're sticking a target on your head if you have a WordPress sales page, because all they need to do is go to your sales page /WP admin, stick some kind of bit of software on, eventually, sooner or later, they're going to get in.
But what I found out, he was able to come through because a proper update had not been done. That was it. It wasn't a plugin. It wasn't a theme. It was the actual membership site itself. And there was an update that had not been done. That's it. It cost us thousands of dollars in the process with this launch, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we were cooking that day. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have come up with, because there's definitely a need out there, and somebody needs to provide the solution. So I'm glad you step up to the plate. And a little bit I've seen about it, it's pretty cool. Our members should be pretty excited. So who is your target market here? Who do we want to talk to, Steve?
Well, I think we're looking at a few different groups. The main group is people who've been really frustrated. They've tried to set up a membership system before. They've had this idea for a product maybe, and they just got stuck. They thought, you know what, I can't face trying to configure these plugins to work together, or I just don't have the expertise to install this script and get a membership site built and then make it work with JVZoo or Warrior Plus or ClickBank, and they kind of give up and they walk away. And I think that's the main group of people. That second group of people is maybe people who create a lot of courses, but they get tired of just going through all that work. They know how to do it, but it's too slow. So we're making it fast and easy for both groups. So if somebody's got that idea, they've never been able to go ahead with it because they've been intimidated, or just there have been too many problems to solve technically, that's out of the way. For those people who want to launch quicker, because they're already doing it, but it's just too slow a process, then we've got a solution for them as well.
You know, this is what I'll say about membership sites, and I've worked with all of them. My frustration is being overwhelmed. It's like there's too many bells and whistles. There's too many layouts, and I'm going, all somebody needs to do is watch a video, download the resource file, and maybe contact support desk or something. That's it. And they've made it so complicated with all the widgets and the different layouts and everything else. It's hard to get set up. And what I find is if I spend enough time going through the instructions and the tutorials, I can get set up. But then if I have to do it again a week from now, I got to go back through and I got to retrain myself. And it's frustrating. It's just too complicated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I use WordPress for lots of other things, such as bonus pages, review pages, and just a lot of sort of basic download pages as well. And it gets to the stage where all I can do is just clone the previous page and make some slight modifications. If I have to start from scratch because, the theme's wrecked or something, it just takes me so long. And that's still a frustration that I have now. So I put up a review page about a product, I change my theme 2 months later, and then I go back and look at that review. Well, no wonder I'm not getting sales on that anymore. I need to rework that. And that's just like, do I really want to be taking a day out to do that and learn stuff that really is not valuable to my business? It's stuff I might use 3 times a year. Why do I want to spend days learning all of that stuff? It's just, I find it so frustrating.
Right. So you're prepared to do a demo today?
Yeah, definitely. You just let me know when, and I'll happily run through everything.
Cool. And you guys have seen our show before?
Yeah.
And you know that we're very generous and we like to give away the house. Is there any way I can talk you into giving away some copies today?
Yeah, most definitely, Chad.
Cool. So let's go ahead and demonstrate the software, because I know it's very, very powerful, and I want them to see how awesome this is and what you've created. Plus, it's cloud-based, and you guys have an amazing deal for them. And then let's go and give some stuff away.
Yeah, that sounds great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just share the screen. You guys just let me know if it all looks okay to you, and I'll get started. Okay, guys, can you see my screen okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so we're just at the login. Obviously, I've already got an account because I've created a few courses before. So I'm just going to log in here. Okay, so this is kind of where it would be if you created a few courses. But when you sign in for the very first time, the first thing memberdeliver is going to say to you, hey, do you want to create a course right now, or do you just want to go into the dashboard? So do you guys have an idea for a course? Some sort of training program, a topic maybe that you'd like me to create a course for?
How about PBN?
Okay, yeah, so we'll call it PBN Formula.
That's right up your alley, right, Simon?
And I've actually spelled that correctly now, so that's good. Now, you want somewhere for people to be able to log in. We already give you a domain. If you've got your own domain name, you can use that as well. There's no issue there. But for right now, I don't actually have pbnformula.com, so I'm just going to create a quick short domain, pbnformula.
So you don't have to have the domain.
No, you don't, because to be honest, Chad, sometimes, you kind of have an idea for a course and you don't want to spend ages getting a domain, setting it all up. This way you can just test things out, and if you want to add the domain on later, you can. But I actually run some just directly off our members domain. So, some of them I bought domain names for my really big launches. For the smaller stuff outside of IM, sometimes I just run it directly on here. It really doesn't hurt customer perception much at all, because it literally is yourcourse.members.io. So this will be pbnformula.members.io, which sounds pretty cool anyway.
But you can't come up with a better name. Like the IOs are like the premier names today. Those are like $70 domains, right?
Yeah, exactly. Basically, we grabbed memberdeliver about 6 years ago. We grabbed members.io as soon as it came out.
Smart.
So we just wanted, the shortest domain name that made sense to people and that you could use with anything.
That's
so
smart.
Domain, that's cool. But if you send somebody to, mycourse.members.io, it's still going to make sense.
Yeah, well, that's what I would want. I would want members.io. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah,
awesome.
Exactly. We thought it was a really sort of premium domain just to give people. Now, I know that a lot of people who are watching this might have already created a course before in something like WordPress or maybe another membership system. And if you use something like Amazon, we've got a really, really cool feature. What you can do is you can see how many courses I've got here. I've just got loads and loads. I don't actually have anything on PBN because I wouldn't class myself as an SEO expert. But if I just choose one of my Amazon buckets, I can click build your course. And if you separate everything out into folders, in terms of your weeks and stuff, memberdeliver can actually create special weeks with the right content in automatically. So I'll just click create my course.
So it's going to build the structure based off what's in your bucket?
Yeah, exactly. So you can, there's more than I can explain here, but you can really do cool stuff with the file names. You can create folders, so it could be week 1 or module 1, upgrade 1, and it will do all of that for you. So you don't have to set any of that up.
Wow. How'd you think of that? That's pretty slick. I like that.
I'm a very, very lazy person, Chad. Very, very lazy. And I've sold probably over 100 courses. I needed a way to do this quickly. And, if you go back a few years on, the Warrior Forum, just have a look at the amount of products I launched. Simon will tell you about this. I launched loads. And this is how I was able to do it.
Wow. I like that. You probably don't know this. I have over 500 videos over there on S3, all organized and everything, right? So I could very
that's
easily.
Absolutely perfect for you. Here's the other cool thing. You don't need to, you know how with Amazon S3 you can set videos as private or public? Just leave your videos as private if you want, and then only people in your training can ever access them. Somebody else gets hold of one of the links, it's not going to work for them.
So that's like the ACL settings you're talking about.
Yeah, you can just leave them default because they normally default to private. You can set them as public if you want, but if you leave them as private, then we generate links that expire. So if somebody buys your course and then copies the links out and shares it on a Black Hat site, they're not going to work.
Wow. Sweet.
I just want to show you right now. You've seen literally, I use the auto build feature. I've done nothing else. I'm going to just click on view course and just going to literally log in with my default admin password. And there we've got PBN formula there. We've got all the videos. Obviously, these videos aren't super appropriate because I don't know anything about PBNs. But we can literally, we can go through, we can see what we've got here. And who knows what this will be.
So
if that's even the video.
Wait a minute. The membership site's already been created?
Yeah, that's it. It's done. And you can literally now go in. If we just go back, and gosh, how do I go back? Now that's it, my toolbar. So if I just go back, and we just go to payments, you can just literally copy out one of these strings, paste it into JVZoo, Warrior Plus, ClickBank, whatever, and you can be accepting payments.
That's it. And you know what I like about this is the new flat designs are what everybody wants. It's like, I just want to see my video. I want to see my resources. I want a description. I don't need all the other crap. I don't need all the fancy stuff. I don't need all the widgets.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Just to kind of quickly show you, because I only had the one folder in the bucket that I chose, you can see that we just got the one module. And quickly add another module. And I can just call this upgrade. and I could set this to then be a paid upgrade. And you say, oh no, we've not got any lessons. Well, we can just drag and drop them. Now this is great. You know, if you've got an iPad or a tablet or even a large screen cell phone, this will run perfectly on there. And you can just literally, you can drag and drop and rename stuff.
Wow.
And then just drag and drop this down. Like I say, it was designed primarily this. I mean, it was great on a desktop, but on a tablet or a cell phone, it just makes it so easy to, you know, if you want to add new content on the go, it's just so easy to do because we've really minimized the typing for you. You literally can just drag and drop stuff.
Wow. That is really slick.
Thanks.
And so go back to I'm interested in seeing the membership page again.
Yeah, sure. We'll just go back.
Now that that's been created, so those are all the other. So like if I want to drip feed these modules, can I do that?
Yeah, sure. I can show you right now if you like.
Please show me everything you can. We got time, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the first things we can do is, I mean, let's say, I mean, this is default called welcome. We could call this week 1.
Now this isn't renaming the video file, right?
No, this is just the title, you know, at the top of the page.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we just go into edit in here, what we can do is, I mean, we can set the usual sort of bronze, silver, gold type levels. We can make it a paid upgrade, but what we can do is we can drip feed. So we can say available 24 hours after purchase. So this way you can do things that are evergreen. So you could set it so that a module always begins 1 week after they buy, or you can set it to begin on a specific day.
Wow.
And it's as simple as that. But I'd like to show you something that's really, really cool. Let's say you've created week 1, okay? And you want to deliver stuff day by day. You don't know when they're going to buy. So in here, what you'd want to do is you'd say, start maybe 24 hours after purchase. Now that's when the module is going to start. But maybe we want a lesson for the Monday. So if we just scroll down, we can say, available on the nearest Monday. So let's say they buy on the Thursday. The module will open up and say your first lesson begins on Monday. And on Monday, they can access this lesson. You can set the next one for Tuesday, the next one for Wednesday, and so on. And so it's all completely automated. And so that way, you can have something that looks really, really professional and nice. If you, let's say you're just running something that's evergreen and delivered over a number of weeks or months.
No
It
kidding.
just makes your life really, really easy. And of course, it gives the people who've actually bought that sense that they're actually doing it at the time, not that they've missed out. This is an old, stale program.
Wow. What else can you do?
Yeah, I'll just take you back in. So this is like the basic editor. Here you can write your content. So input this is a lesson, and this editor's a really nice sort of easy, basic one to use. You can just go, you know, there we set that as a header. You can embed videos as well, so you can embed YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, all of that stuff, and just create something that looks really, really nice. Now, I'm just going to click here. If you've got downloads that you want to add, of course you can just actually list them up here. But alternatively, you can just go, oh, I just want to add that PDF that's in my S3 bucket. I want to change the videos here. Yeah, I'll just change it to that. Do you know what? I want this to be part of my silver package, so people have to buy that. And then just click on update content, and there, we're done. And if we just go to view course now, and it says this module is available then. If we were to go here, a little bit, actually what that will display once the module is available is it will just say, hey, this will be available on Monday, and it'll give the date so people know.
So
exactly
just to clarify, if you can go back just a second.
Yeah, sure. Which way?
Each one of those modules were automatically brought in when you selected that bucket in S3.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's automatically linked the videos and it's gone and created the module page?
Yeah.
No embed code or nothing?
Yeah, it literally, it does it all for you. It embeds the video, it creates the lesson, it'll add the title. Like I say, there's more advanced stuff which you can do with the file names, so you can get to all sorts of extra cool stuff as well if you want to go that far. For 90% of people, they'll just want to drop the videos in and just get it all set up though really quickly.
Now, I know experienced marketers are familiar with S3. Do you have like S3 Organizer or something that you can show us real quick?
I actually just literally use a thing called Transmit, which literally just lets me just drag and drop, so I'm not sure how useful that would be to people. I don't do any sort of setting of permissions or anything like that. I literally just drag and drop files up.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best comparison is to say it's just like FTP. You have your videos on your local computer, and you're just dragging them into a server, right?
Yeah, because normally people have to like set things with all these different sort of things where it's like it's visible to these people or that. I don't. I literally just create a bucket in my FTP program. I drag my files in, I create my folders, and that's how I work.
Yeah,
plenty
and
of software now that makes say S3 as easy as uploading a video to YouTube. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do it.
But to be fair, actually, now even the Amazon S3 control panel is pretty easy. I should just point out, though, for people who don't have S3, let's say they host videos, on their own server, which I wouldn't recommend, or they use a content delivery network, then they can just copy and paste those videos in. We can't do the cool auto build thing, but they can still copy and paste the videos in, so they can still use all the membership system.
wow, that's really cool. What else can we do with it?
To be honest, I think we kind of hit most of the cool stuff in there, because we've got the drip feeding, which I've shown you. I've shown you the levels. Paid upgrade, I'll just show you. So if we set here, okay, this as we set it already as a paid upgrade. The payment section already knows this, and it's already generated a string to paste into JVZoo. And it's already done for us. And you literally just paste that in, and when somebody goes through your funnel, memberdeliver automatically links up their purchases and makes them all available within that members area with the same login.
Huh.
Now, let's say somebody doesn't buy your upgrade and they go into the members area. What they're going to see is they're going to see a button that's going to actually say, hey, you've not bought this, would you like to? And if you embed whatever sales button you have, they can then buy directly in the members area. So you can capture those sales that you didn't get during your funnel.
So you can use that as a lead into future sales.
Yeah, because they can click on the module, and when they try and click on any of those lessons, it's going to say, hey, you don't actually own this, a paid upgrade required, but here's the sales button. And of course, for those of you who really want to maximize your cash, you can have a separate payment processor, a separate, how can I put it, a separate product, so it could be the same thing at a slightly higher price. Look, you missed out on the funnel one-time offer, but we've got it. It's only $20 more. Just click below to buy, and it'll automatically be added and made available.
And I'm looking at your integrations here. Obviously, you have JVZoo, but ClickBank, Deal Guardian, WSO Pro, Warrior Payments, Stripe, and you got PayPal coming as well.
Yeah. I mean, literally, these are all going to be ready for launch. I should also point out as well, we had some inquiries over in the sort of the UK about what we're doing about sort of the EU VAT situation,
the VAT, yeah,
which some people are kind of worried about. We integrate with a service called Taxamo, which basically works with loads of services like PayPal and Stripe, and they deal with it all for you, and they just send you a report at the end of the month.
Wow, this is pretty slick.
If that's a concern to somebody, we've got you sorted.
Yeah, this is awesome. I like how fast it is, though, and how you just don't have to do anything, right?
Yeah, it's a very, very sort of quick, lazy system. When you ask to see other stuff, this is kind of the stuff most people won't go into. You can put your help desk in here. Obviously, you should do that. You can set up a domain name if you want. You can put your copywriting in. And you can do the stuff like changing your themes and, altering the colors. But for most people, they're not going to be bothered about that.
Well, most people, and this is probably mobile responsive, I assume, since it's cloud?
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. We've done it so both creation and delivery works really well. Now, Chad, there's one thing I've actually forgotten to mention on this. It's only going to appeal to people who are already launching products, but we have a special kind of video watermarking, which is on a per customer basis. So if you're worried about piracy, you can actually get our enterprise option, which offers video watermarking. And should your videos get shared, you simply follow our instructions about how to retrieve the codes, and you can figure out exactly who shared your product.
Wow. See, and I still have tons. I have tons of membership sites up, and everybody I know, they want to do it on the iPad or their phone, right? Yeah. And unfortunately, the softwares I'm using, it's not very friendly. It was made for desktop, and it's something that I'm going to have to adapt to the changes. And this would be absolutely perfect for it. But what I like about this, I'm pretty much already set up because I'm already organized with all my buckets. And I think for those people that are not familiar with Amazon S3, I highly recommend them. Matter of fact, I think they'll give you like a gigabyte of storage for free or something, right?
Yeah, you do. Excuse me. You do get basically a base allocation every month without it costing you anything. And what I found is if you try and use your own web host to serve videos, it ends up either going really slow or they go really crazy, and suddenly you find you've got extra charges because some of them, not all, have it written in the terms and conditions. If you get way too many downloads, they're going to charge you extra.
Yeah, but there's
Close you.
yeah, but there's so much you can do with S3 that people aren't aware of. For instance, I like creating a download URL and making it expire in 48 hours. That's just a click of a mouse to do that. You just right click on the file and boom, right? You could set all your permissions, everything. Amazon has been a godsend for me. I use it for everything.
I think that content protection is great. And that's why we built expiring links automatically in. So when a member requests some content, they get a link which will expire in a few hours.
Cool. So here we go. Dun, dun, dun. How much can somebody expect to pay for Member Deliver? What do we got going on here?
Simon, do you want to talk over the pricing?
Okay, what we're going to do for launch is it's going to be $77 for one site, $97 for 3 sites, or $197 for the enterprise pack, which is 15 sites. Now, normally that would be a monthly pricing on a service like this, but this is a one-time, lifetime fee. So you pay $77, you can have one membership site for life, 97, 3 membership sites for life, 197, 15 membership sites for life instead of paying per month. Now, on top of that, between 9 a.m. and Eastern, for those of you who arrive early, you're going to get an extra discount. Now, when you go through JVZoo checkout and type the word Chad into the box, you're going to get an additional $20 discount.
Woo! That's awesome. That's awesome. So, I mean, obviously, guys, this is cloud-based.
But we're not finished with that. We're going to put an extra discount on at launch as well.
Wow. Wow. Awesome. So, but still, this is cloud-based. Like, I personally think you guys have lost your mind. This is like a SaaS dream come true right here. Like, why aren't you guys going monthly with this?
Basically, that's exactly what we're going to do at the end of this week. You see, I've been running this system now for about 4 years, and people like Simon have asked me to come on board. So I've already built up a little bit of recurring income. So the basic costs are already covered, which means I can actually kind of sell this, if you look at it long term, at a loss. Because I really want to build up a lot of buzz, because I know out of the people who sign up, we're going to have some amazing testimonials. We've already got some great testimonials coming, and we've had quite a lot of people launch on the system, quite a few 6-figure launches on it. But I'm thinking if we get loads of people on during this launch week, we're going to have so many testimonials that in actual fact, when we move to monthly, so many people are going to want to sign up that it's essentially subsidizing all of the people who sign up during this special promo week.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, this is the future, cloud. This is it right here. When it comes to reliability, dependability, being able to adapt with any browser, any device, this is it right here, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this is why we've been building this for so long.
Awesome. So, okay, that's the front end. And with all your coupons, I kind of lost track, Simon, because you kept doing one after the other.
It's going to be very, very cheap.
Cool. And so you guys already heard him say that they are going to make this a monthly service. So definitely a great opportunity here. Obviously, since this is a launch, we have a sales funnel here. So after they purchase the front end for either the single user, multi-user, or you said unlimited, right?
No, so it's 15 on the enterprise, but that comes with video watermarking, and also get 3 admin accounts as well. So let's say you don't want to share like your you don't want people having access to your payment and stuff, but you want them still to be able to help you with courses. You can get a virtual assistant to use one of your VA logins.
Cool. This is one usually I recommend getting a VA. Not in this case. This is like, I'm pretty sure my daughter Katerina, who's only 7 years old, could do this, right? Actually, I shouldn't have said that.
I've got to the incredibly lazy stage where I do actually have a VA just because of the amount of courses I've churned out over the years.
Yeah.
But this is incredibly fast. 99% of people will just be able to do it, and they won't need any help at all.
Even me.
That says a lot, Simon. So, okay, after they buy the front end, obviously you have a special offer. What's that include?
Okay, so we've got this thing, we call it the Accelerator Club. It's basically a year's membership to a special Facebook group we've got. But the real goal is, for quite a few years, I used memberdeliver to run a group coaching program called WSO VIP. I made an incredible amount of money off it. A lot of very big marketers went through it when they were just starting out. The reason I could do it was memberdeliver. This group coaching feature basically lets you set, so every week, somebody can't progress without ticking a box saying, yes, I've used this and implemented it. Or you can set it where it's like, do this assessment. So show me what you've created. Show me the website you've created. Show me the PBN network. And then you can say, hey, that's great. You can move on to week 2. Or you can say, no, you've got to kind of just rework on that. This really lowers refund rates and it allows you to charge way more. But it's such a hands-off group coaching approach that it's virtually no more work than running a normal training program, but you can charge so much more. Along with that, new themes every month, but here's the real great thing, 5 niche case studies. So we'll be talking about different niches that'll work, which you can launch a membership site in, and the kind of the right sort of pricing level, because some things you can charge more for, some things you can charge less. And so if people are looking for ideas, they think, well, I've got one idea, but gosh, with memberdeliver, I can create sites so quickly. Every month we'll be showing them how to create new cool stuff that we already know will sell.
Awesome. And this is all part of that special offer. So
yeah, that's part of the Accelerator membership.
Can you give an example of some of those, I don't know if you want to say case studies or packages you're putting together? Like, what would be an example of some niches?
Yeah, okay. A really, really sort of great one is I've got a client who does basically stuff in the women's beauty niche. What she's found is that sort of $19.99 to $25.99 a month is kind of her top level. Mm-hmm. People just kind of stop buying at that point. Then transfer that over to another client I've got, and what does he do? He reviews classic rock. He does interviews with a lot of sort of musicians who are really popular in the 60s and 70s, and he has a private members area, and you can charge sort of $30, $40. I suspect he could charge even more. Now that's 2 niches that actually somebody could enter if they were passionate or interested in and do very well. But because we're bringing along these different themes, we can say, here's a theme appropriate for this niche, and also, here's how you set up your pricing, here's how you pitch this so it works. So it's just about getting people success quicker than they would otherwise. We've already gone rid of the technical aspects with the front end of the actual memberdeliver software, and this is really about actually saying, here's how you really succeed with your niches. Here's a great one to enter. And of course, when I say niche, I know a lot of you guys will be saying niches, by the way.
Yeah, I would probably be one of those guys that say that, but I'm from California, right? So there's this facade out here that you have to be a big internet marketing guru or whatever to have a successful membership site. And I know
exactly, and that's what we want to destroy.
I know a lot of people that just have membership sites on Photoshop or dancing or whatever. And they make a lot of money, even at those low levels. They make a lot of money, each and every one. They have a residual income, just like that.
Yeah, exactly. There is a huge amount of opportunity out there. And I've kind of felt, even for me, it was the technical aspect holding it back. Because even once I'd learned the technical stuff, which I know a lot of people don't want to do, it still was such a pain for me to go through that process every time. And if you can get something done in an hour or 10 minutes versus 2 days, suddenly you're a whole lot more motivated. And it becomes really easy to test out new ideas.
Cool. So I think I heard you properly. You're going to kind of guide them into showing them how to attract leads to that page as well?
Yeah, so we'll be talking about basically 5 case studies each month, really breaking down for people what's the best way to actually work in this area. You know, because for some, it's going to be things like Facebook page. So for instance, the classic rock one, purely done without advertising off a Facebook page and a blog. And that's all it is. Now, in terms of the beauty one, there's some paid advertising there. So we'll be talking about, you know, how do you actually reach the right people for this niche? And so we're really hoping that the Accelerate Club will do exactly what it said. It's going to get people moving extra quickly and just shortcutting and cutting out all of the typical mistakes that are made, you know, in niches that perhaps weight loss, okay? Too many people just enter straight up weight loss. And it's really, really competitive. Try and break it down, you know. weight loss paleo. Well, that's probably a little bit more competitive. What about weight loss with Pilates or yoga? And what you can do is you can kind of break things down to that extra level, and suddenly there are still loads of people in that market, but there are a lot less people offering products. That means easier sales for you. So that's just, you know, some of the kind of stuff we're talking about, how to shortcut the competition, avoid them, and how to identify whether it's worth entering a niche or not.
Now, I know a lot of people are sitting here thinking, you know, I could probably do this and I could probably have a residual income based on what these three guys are saying. And trust me when I say you absolutely could do this, especially with what these guys have set up here. They've taken the technical challenges out of this picture. But do you have to be somebody that's willing to put themselves on camera and be an authority figure to have a successful membership site? Like, what would they need to do? What kind of content?
Well, this is kind of the really sort of cool thing. A lot of the people who already use this system, they never do on-camera videos, ever. Okay, we're talking about things like screen capture. One guy just does podcasts. That's literally all he does. He just puts podcasts in the members area.
Just his voice.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's kind of what people are interested in. They're actually interested in the content and having easy access to it. The membership system makes it easy for him to do that, and it makes it easy for them to consume. So, you know, you've got all sorts of things. Obviously, you can do Hangouts, you can do things like this. That's a way you could create a course incredibly quickly. We could literally record something like this, put it in the membership system as soon as we'd uploaded it, and we're good to go. Let's say you've got a load of YouTube videos, though, or you've even curated a load of YouTube videos. You can just simply copy and paste those links in, and you could still have something of value to people. Because if you've managed to find the right things to help people out, you're saving them time searching.
Yeah, and not that this is right or wrong, but I actually know people that have membership sites that has like PLR material and material they've purchased.
Well, yeah, I mean, Simon, I think you've done quite a lot with PLR, haven't you?
Oh yeah. I was doing hypnosis downloads because I'm actually a stage hypnotist. For those who may or may not know, and I was doing stage before I got into software. I was doing hypnosis downloads for quite a while.
Huh? And you made some good money from your membership site?
Oh, I was going from like zero. I went from like zero to a couple of $1,000s a month in days.
Yeah.
Days there's a demand for it, and you know, like Steve was saying, once you start to niche it down, people really want some odd niches. Odd niches.
Like what?
Make your you know what bigger with hypnosis.
I knew he was going to say something like that. That's funny.
Yeah. I'll 118 copies of that.
That's
funny.
my purchase history. I'll kill you.
As long as you weren't the author, I guess we're good, Simon. That's funny.
The more you niche it down, the lower your bids get on like Facebook ads, and the higher your conversions. You know, if you go like what Steve was saying with weight loss, you know, like Pilates for men over 40, there might not be many of them, but there'll be, like, say if there's 2,000 of them, they're all going to pay you $10 a month, same exercises.
But you know what? Because like everybody says, well, you know, the internet's the information highway or whatever. But today, people don't want to search around for things. They just want everything right there in one spot. All the solutions right there. that's why the membership site works. And especially, excuse me. And I think that, and I think you'll probably cover it, the right sweet price points, because you can actually price these things to the point where people forget they even have the membership. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I basically heard this this story. I'm not going to name who I think the marketer was. I heard this almost as a rumor about 6 years ago, where somebody had set up recurring billing at $4.99 a month on a membership site. So that's $4.99. But they had, even after 3 years, they still had over 5,000 people paying $3.99 a month.
Wow. And it's at that price.
The price was so low, nobody ever complained, nobody ever canceled.
Well, it's not even worth my time trying to figure out what I bought 3 years ago at $4.99 a piece.
Yeah, exactly. So literally what he did was he just put this on the back of every product he sold. He also put this little continuity. Now, I don't know what the original number was, but I know after 3 years with him barely updating it, he'd still got 5,000 people on board.
That's amazing. That's not obviously the strategy that you're recommending, but still, there's
No. This is kind of actually what got me interested in recurring income, which I knew at the time was just completely impossible. I mean, back then there weren't even proper payment systems, no Warrior Plus, no JVZoo. So for me, the technical headache was too big. But I was speaking to one of the people at the Warrior Forum who actually ran it. They told me about this marketer. I was like, oh wow, there's so much opportunity out there. But of course, at the time, I was totally unable to take advantage of it to actually start building it back then. I wish I had, but it just wasn't possible.
Yeah, awesome. So after they buy the, I think you called it the Accelerator package, you have another special offer, right?
Yeah, we do. For those people who are interested in selling higher ticket stuff, so I'm talking about things that are multiple hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, we have a 6-week program that will take you through selling high ticket products with memberdeliver. Because as I mentioned earlier, I used to run a group coaching program, and it was called WSO VIP, and it went for sort of $699 to $899, and this sold on the Warrior Forum, and I sold an awful lot of copies of this. And I've done it later with other products in other niches outside of IM. And basically in that 6-week program, I'm going to be sharing how exactly you price for high ticket, the kind of content you used to deliver, because it's a little bit different, and presentation as well is very, very different for that kind of market. Really just how you justify the value, reduce refunds, and more importantly, get people to buy again and again at that price and be really happy to. So it's a very different ball game from selling something at, let's say, $4 a month or maybe $20 or $36 as a single payment. So like I said, that's a 6-week program. We really delve into how you'd actually do it with memberdeliver, how you'd set up your funnel, and how you'd work through everything.
Wow, this is definitely something I'd like to be a part of. High ticket items is where it's at, because you no longer have to have 2,000 sales a month. At that point, you need 4 sales a month, right? The math becomes a lot easier. And what I found is your customers tend to be more qualified. They take it more serious. And it's, to me, it's just as easy to make a $1,500 sale as it is a $27 sale, right?
I think what a lot of people struggle with is they think, I've got this great idea, but I don't feel comfortable charging more. I don't know what I should do to make it worth that much. I don't know, if people will be willing to pay this price. What price should I be charging? One thing you don't want to do is deliver all the content at once, or deliver way too much content, because people actually get bogged down. So it's really about structuring into bite-sized chunks, because people at higher ticket prices are actually usually action takers because they've worked their way up.
Yeah.
So you really need to be giving to them stuff that's not going to overwhelm them for the level that they're at, but it's really going to help them get results quickly and in bite-sized sections. And that way, they're going to be a lot happier, and you can create raving fans that way.
Yeah, and
the higher price point, you get less refunds because people have got a higher emotional investment in it. There's a guy speaking of the hypnosis niche who did a study on hypnotherapy, and the same hypnotherapist would charge people either £50 to stop smoking or £500. The more people paid put to the same hypnosis, the more likely they were to give up smoking because their emotional investment and the belief was higher.
Huh. And see, this is the other thing too. This is where I missed the boat for years. I used to think that, hey, if I'm going to spend $197, $297, man, I want like 80 videos. I want my money's worth. I'm going to build up that library on my drive. And you know what I want today? My mentality's changed. You know what I want today? I want a simple PDF that's going to take me 35 seconds to really absorb and then actually allow me to be set up that night and see results instantly. Like, I don't want to watch any more videos or anything else. I just want to keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
just actually to bring your point in a little bit there, a friend of mine who actually was one of the first people to use the system, he actually sells a program for graphic designers that's actually quite high ticket. I'm not going to name it because I've mentioned stuff before and it has a tendency of getting copied. Basically, he actually has no videos in there. He literally just has images and text. But the stuff he has in there, and it's about actually pricing yourself as a designer, how to get your quotes up. That's all he does.
Awesome.
And I don't actually know the precise price, but I do know that it's actually quite high ticket. I mean, we're not talking over $2,000 or anything like that. He charges a yearly amount, and every month he provides new content. He doesn't record videos. He just literally describes, here's how you pitch this client. here is how you would lay out your invoice. Here's how you would lay out your quote. And that's literally all he does.
Yeah, people don't want content. They don't want media. They want results. So
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be a video. You don't have to shoot a video. You don't have to load a video, right? You just want a way.
As well, this designer is also colorblind as well. So if you think about some of the issues people might have in getting started in a niche, he's actually had an awful lot against him and done incredibly well.
Yeah, but the whole goal is to deliver whatever the media is as fast as you possibly can with as little technical headache as possible, right? And that's what this system does.
Yeah, 100%, Chad. I mean, that was kind of the idea I had all of those years ago. And at the time, not knowing much about technical stuff, I didn't know whether it was possible. And now it's great to be able to look back and say, wow, we actually managed to build something this simple and easy to use. Because I think that's where actually the real value is now. It's not about adding loads of extras on and things like that. It's about being able to do something really quick and deliver the essentials of what your buyers want, your potential buyers. And I think that's where the real future is for a lot of marketers.
Well, and the reason why you guys are able to do this is because, and we're hearing it, you're coming to us with experience. You've actually gone out there, set up your own membership sites. You've played with everything else out there. You've built the dream scenario, but the only way you could have done that properly is to put yourself in these customers' shoes, and you've been doing that for a long time. And that's why I think there's a lot of value with this accelerator program. To me, it's a no-brainer to be able to look at those niches and see how you're out there advertising them and setting them up successfully. And so, yeah, I'll definitely be a part of that.
Yeah, that sounds great. Fantastic.
Awesome. So with this here, guys, I'm running a little bit over. I don't mean to keep you guys because I know you're all the way around the world. And if I recall, it's probably like dark right about now, right, Simon?
Oh, it's been dark for hours and hours. It gets dark early this time of the year in the UK.
Oh, well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm missing the Super Bowl today.
Oh, no.
I could care less. So,
I've tried to watch American football and I just don't understand it.
Well, you're like into cricket and stuff, right?
No, it's all soccer over here. I don't understand cricket either.
No, nobody does.
I love baseball. I went to a hockey game the other day. I love hockey. Now I love to play football. I don't know. I don't get into the whole Super Bowl thing. I don't know. Don't care for basketball either. I can't dribble. So go figure. 6'1", I can't dribble. So you guys want to give some stuff away?
Yes, let's do that. It sounds good.
Cool. All right. So this is what we call a live giveaway.
Okay.
All right, so we got 2 minutes up on the screen. And what we're doing here is you might notice there's a link on the screen that says entrepreneurlive.tv/winner. If you are not part of this membership, then you definitely want to go to that link right now. You've got 1 minute and 45 seconds to do this. And what happens is, as we do our shows and we do our webinars and whatever else we have going on, we're always giving away the house. So the truth is, you could be over there in Fuerteventura, sound asleep in your bed, all warm and cuddly, and we can be over here in the States shooting a webinar, and we could go and randomly draw your name, and you could wake up with an email saying, hey, congratulations, you just won this really cool deal. So you guys don't even have to be on the webinar. You don't even have to be on the show. You don't even have to be conscious. Once you're a part of this membership, then you are eligible for every drawing we have from here on out. So we're down to about a minute. And tell us what we're giving away today, Steve.
Okay, so we've got 3 starter licenses for memberdeliver. We're going to put people also straight into the Accelerator program as well, just to help them get going.
Wow, that is just too cool. Talk about giving away the house here, guy. That is just awesome. You're about to make 3 people extremely happy. And so what's going to happen is it's going to count down to 0. And then make sure you can handle this. It's kind of like when you go and you board a plane and they want to make sure you can handle the emergency exit. Big red shiny button's going to appear on the screen. You have to precisely hit that button so it goes and chooses a random winner. Got it?
Yep.
Cool. All right. I had Todd Gross on the call the other day, and he just had a ball with this. He said, I'll come on your show and hit that button whenever you want me to, man. It was a lot of fun. So, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, Steve, let's do it. Here we go. Our first winner of Member Deliver, as well as the Accelerator program, is Nicole Fisher. Congratulations, Nicole. You just won yourself a copy. Let's do it again, Steve. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
I really like this, by the way, Chad. This is so much fun.
Isn't it? So we're going through again. Another copy of Member Deliver, as well as the Accelerator program. Jennings Campbell. Jennings Campbell is our second winner.
Like a country and western singer.
What's that, Simon?
Sounds like a country and western singer.
Cool. Let's pick one more, Steve. Make it a good one, buddy.
Okay, here we go. This is me getting to live out my fantasy to be a game show host.
Something like that, right? Oh, I know her. Alexandria Stubbs. You just won a copy of Member Deliver, as well as the Accelerator program as well. Steve, what'd you think? Was that a lot of fun?
Yeah, that was absolutely great. I've never done anything like this before, and it's really cool just to be able to actually just give away stuff like that, and it's just completely random. It's fantastic.
Completely random, and that's how we do the live giveaway.
Okay, there we go, guys.
Awesome. Yeah. So, guys, this is a lot of fun. And this software, I'm really excited about this. A lot of possibilities. And you've definitely made it easy, very dependable since it's all cloud-based. And the price, you can't beat it. There's no monthly commitment right now, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we couldn't afford to do that forever, though. That's why it's just this launch week.
Awesome. Awesome. And I'm definitely going to recommend that first OTO as well, the Accelerator program. Just the little bit of value. Well, I mean, not a little bit. I've got a lot of value. Sorry. The tremendous value that you guys have provided on the show. I mean, I can't wait to be a part of that group. That should be awesome.
Well, I'm really hoping we're going to break an awful lot of people into niches where, they're going to look back in 3 months and say, wow, that changed my life.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too. And, there's a lot of buzz about marketing in general and, product launches and stuff like that. And, here in the United States, we have the FTC. I think it's fair to say that with membership sites, it's kind of out of that realm. Like you're safe. And it doesn't have to be based on marketing. Like we were talking about, you can get very diverse with a membership site.
Oh, yeah.
It's a membership.
I was telling Simon about a crazy one a couple of days ago. Somebody who produces a monthly program, sort of, I don't really know what it covers, but for security guards.
They probably make They probably make a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. He used to do a printed magazine, decided to move over to a membership system.
Yeah. See, my sister was just talking to me the other day. She's in the property management business. She's also a realtor. She wants to put together a membership site. Well, she's got two ideas. One, she wants to do it on personal development. The second one, she wants to teach realtors how to use social media to generate more leads and convert leads over to buyers in her business.
Yeah.
And she was just asking me. What's that, Simon?
Just to kind of interrupt you there.
You're not going to be sat there. The thing is, a lot of internet marketing. If you've got a bit tech savvy and you've got someone who wants, like a friend or a relative, who's got, will you show me how to do that thing you're doing to make all that money on the internet? You're not sat there for hours and hours trying to teach your Aunt Mabel how to set up a knitting site. Literally, anyone can sit there on their iPad, drag, drop, record whatever they want.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's an awesome opportunity. And when people send me emails, I'm sure you get the same emails. They hit me up on Facebook and saying, hey, I need to succeed online. Where can I start? I always say, well, why not create your own membership site and build yourself up as an authority in that membership site? That's so much easier than trying to teach people how to create and launch a product, right?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I've got two quick suggestions for people to make a successful membership site if we've got a moment, Chad.
Absolutely. My time's your guys' time. So
Yeah. So one of the things I've done for a long time is I've been a consultant to local businesses, and I know there will be a lot of people doing offline stuff out there. Do what I do. Run a membership for all of your clients and then charge them a monthly fee. It's a really easy way to get people on board, to see what you do, and to get your other services as well. And they don't want to leave because they don't want other people to know that they left. It becomes a very social thing being in that group there together. Next thing, if you're worried about competition, and this is going to be big over the next few years, bring it down to an area. So for instance, you could have something for roofers. Why not have roofers in Wyoming?
right.
Cut out the competition.
I'll go even further than that. I'm right here in the heart of the oil field. I recently got approached by a VIP or something in the company, and he says, "Hey, you're the big internet guy, yada, yada." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "We have all these OSHA certification videos." And what happens is we actually bring in a new employee, we turn on the TV, and we play the DVD for them, and they have to go through the whole entire thing. Our dream scenario would be to give him a username and password where he could log in at home and go through and watch the tutorial videos. But we don't have a clue how to set up that membership site, and we'd like to pay you to do it for us.
You probably charge like a few $1,000s for something that's going to take you 20 minutes to member deliver.
At least. And it's going to take me, with your software, what, 25 minutes, 30 minutes?
Take you longer to rip the DVD than it would to actually make it.
I like how he thinks. It's funny, right? Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'll tell you. Hopefully, people get it, right? Like, if you want an easy way to make money, this is it. You don't have a lot of overhead, right? Really don't have to. I mean, it can just be your time, like you said. You could just. You can use the iPhone today to record a podcast, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no overhead. There's no hosting even needed. Even if you don't have a hosting company, you're ready to go.
Yeah. Well, with S3, you got that free gigabyte there just waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Dailymotion or Vimeo. You've got a lot of different options there. You don't have to be spending out a huge amount to get started at all.
Well, and let's just hit on YouTube real quick. And correct me if I'm wrong. I could be putting my foot in my mouth, but can't you set the videos to where they can only be viewed privately, but then you have to have the direct link? Well, when it's your membership site, be the direct link?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I know there was a $2,000 course that was sold last year, and all the videos weren't even on S3. They were all private links on YouTube, and that was a $2,000 course.
I've seen that happen a couple times. And you know what? Nobody cares as long as they can get the content.
Exactly. That's the important thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So you can actually have a hosted YouTube video inside your membership site.
Yeah,
Cool.
Or Vimeo, or
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of options there for people to get started. It's all about, I guess, where you are at the moment, what suits you best.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's an amazing opportunity. I've got tons of membership sites. I've made a lot of money, and they were all based on different things like Photoshop, video, mainly stuff in marketing. But yeah, I'm looking.
The Photoshop ones.
What's that?
I'm the kind of guy who signs up for the Photoshop ones, and Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm always paying out for those.
Here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot for saying this. I have actually shot tutorial videos where I got a headache. I can't think of anything. I get on YouTube. I learn to do a strategy. I turn around and create my own video 2 minutes later. Right? I just do it better. And they're clueless. They're happy. They learn to do it. Right?
The thing is, though, Chad, you just demonstrated adding serious value. It's not just about the actual detail. It's about how you present it and how easy it is for somebody to learn. And if that's all you're doing, you're still delivering tremendous value because you're enabling somebody to do something they couldn't do before.
Yeah, it's easy. There's so many ways. Membership sites are easy, and you don't have to have a lot to get started, right?
no, you could go out and buy a Photoshop or Illustrator for Dummies book and basically paraphrase the videos. or something even more bizarre like how to assemble a furniture or something like that, and literally turn them out.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen that.
or just literally stick a qualifier on it. These are Photoshop tutorials for people who are retired. Same content, just different title.
Yeah, I saw a membership site the other day. Somebody who, in my opinion, was clueless, but they put together a membership site on how to prepare your taxes. Everything you need to do. Just walk through the whole entire form. Here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to fill out. Go get this piece of software. Put it in the envelope like this. Seal it up. I'm like, really? But think about it.
Oh, wow.
This time of year, you're going to sell as many.
Yeah, and he's probably, when you do a search on the internet, he's probably the first one coming up in the search engines. Yeah, it's not hard. Not hard at all. Amazing opportunity. Is there anything, we're running a little bit late, is there anything that you guys want to leave us with? Last thought. Very rarely do I get to have two guests on one show, so that's pretty cool. Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, go and go to YouTube, hit the first how to, and you find shitloads of content, even if you're going to put it into your own words. There's no excuse. The technical side's gone now. You don't, if I can use it, and I ask all my friends, or I go and pay someone to do stuff for me normally, if I can do it, then you can do it, because I am useless with WordPress.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Simon just pretty much took everything I had to say and did it better.
Yeah. Well, I'll do even better, because I'll do that. But then I'll get on onlinejobs.ph. I'll hire an outsourcer in the Philippines for $2 an hour. I'll have them recreate it for me. Right? Yeah.
I'm just going to write that down.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, well, when they're just doing research and just rewriting stuff, they're at $2 an hour. I'll give them a nice bonus, keep them happy. But yeah, it's no brainer. Yeah, it's awesome. When's this launch, guys?
It's February the 3rd, and the official opening time is 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
We'll be there at 9 a.m. Eastern.
9 a.m. Okay, and when's it shut down?
That would be midnight of the 10th.
Making you think, huh? And after that, they'll have to pay monthly.
Yeah, we can't afford just for this to be like this forever or just one-off fee, so it's got to go to monthly. There isn't much of a choice there.
Awesome. You guys have done an amazing job on this software. I know it's going to change a lot of lives. I'm watching your beta testing group. I'm seeing people all day long leaving comments about how easy this is, how powerful it is. It's awesome. It's everything that we want. Plus, it's cloud-based. So on that note, guys, I want to wish you all the best with your launch, as well as this new piece of software. I know sky's the limit with it. I know you're just at the beginning development stages. I've been following you for a long time. I know you take great care of your customers, awesome customer support, and you're one to actually go out there and update your products as time goes on and technology changes. And so I know our viewers are in great hands. So thank you so much, guys, for attending the show today. I definitely appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, Chad. It's been absolutely fantastic. And I've learned a bunch too about content creation and hiring VAs at $2 an hour.
There you go. And you guys are welcome back whenever you want. And Simon, I'll be seeing you at your event here real soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
Cool.
Thanks, Chad.
Thanks a lot. And everybody else watching the show, we'll see you again next time on Entrepreneur Live.